to go ahead and start by just centering ourselves. Just get into a nice, comfortable seated position with your legs crossed or in lotus. And you can choose whatever mudra you like, or just simply lay the backs of your hands on your knees. And just take a couple minutes to get in touch with your breath and be mindful of the way your body is feeling this morning, the way your mind is feeling, and just come to the moment together and just relax. This is a great time to prepare yourself for the rest of the practice today. And today our point is more so to just focus on being able to go inward and be quiet and mindful. It's easy for your mind to just start, thinking and racing when you're in a pose and thinking about the way your body should be and all of these little details, but in reality we can all just be quiet in our minds. And it takes a little practice for some of us, and there's no problem with that. That's why we're going to just focus on that today, because even though it's such a simple thing, it is really important for your yoga practice. So again, we're just going to take a few moments here and just take some deep breaths. And allow your belly to be relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. Feel gravity pulling you in, your crown reaching towards the sky. can slowly begin to bring some movement back to your bodies. Take your time and be patient. We're going to get started with a simple seated twist. So just go ahead and connect your left hand with your right knee, and your right hand behind you, and look over your right shoulder. Allowing your belly to be relaxed so that the energy can move through. And slowly come back to center. We're going to do the other side, connecting the right hand with the left knee and the left hand behind. And come back to center. And now we're going to go ahead and forward fold here, hinging at the hips and trying to connect our belly to our legs if we can, rather than arching the back. And just reach your hands forward, stretching that back out. Connecting your forehead with the floor if you can. Slowly walk your hands to the right side of your body to get a nice stretch in that left side. And slowly walk the hands to the left side. And slowly make your way up and back to center. Maybe doing some slight movements in your torso. Just because it feels good. Always listening to our bodies. And we're going to patiently make our way to our hands and knees. You can take your time, maybe roll your ankles out a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and meet in tabletop with our hands stacked right under our shoulders and our knees stacked right under our hips. Looking forward, grounded in our hands and our knees. And we're going to go ahead and lift and straighten out our right arm and our left leg here, using our core to help us stay balanced. And lower it down, back to tabletop. And we're going to switch, lifting the left arm and the right leg. And bring it down. Alright, we're going to move so that we're kind of on the wider side of the mat, on our knees. We're going to go ahead and extend our left leg out to the side, as far as is comfortable for y'all. And you can take a moment to get here, no worries. We just kneel down on our right knee and we're extending our left leg out. With our foot flat on the mat if we can, maybe even slightly parallel with the short side of the mat. We're going to extend our arms out like an airplane. And we're just going to go ahead and allow that left hand to connect with that left ankle. And stretching that right arm over. Making sure not to pinch our lower backs here. And maybe even going a little deeper. And slowly making our way up. Connecting both of our knees to the mat. Maybe moving our hips around a little bit. We're going to go ahead and move to the other side. So grounded on our left knee, extending that right leg out. And bringing those arms up like an airplane. Reaching in our fingertips. And connecting that right hand with the right ankle. And reaching that left arm over. Always remembering to breathe through our poses, especially if they're feeling difficult. And making our way to be a little closer to our knee if we can. And slowly making our way up comfortably on our knees. If you want to sit back in a little child's pose here because it feels nice for your body, you can go ahead and do that. Alrighty. When you're ready, we're just going to go ahead and tuck our toes and come back to a comfortable downward dog. With our sitting bones reaching towards the sky, our heels reaching into the mat, our knees as straight as possible, and really elongating our backs here. Shorten your stance a little bit if that's too much on your shoulders. Bicycle your feet a little bit, stretching out those calves. And we're going to go ahead and bring our right leg up, bending the knee back, opening the hips. And let's swing that leg forward into a lunge, coming up into prayer at heart center. Strong in our legs and strong in our core. We're going to do a little twist here, connecting the left elbow with the right knee. Remembering that breathing is just as important as our physical practice. And we're going to go ahead and connect our hands to either side of our right foot and slowly drop that left knee so that we're in a really deep low lunge. And we're going to move our hands to the left side of our bodies. And if this is just where you are, that's fine. You can also connect your elbows with the mat for a deeper hip opening stretch. And if this is just way too stretchy and deep for you, just move your left knee up a little bit to shorten the stance. And we're going to slowly, using our hands, bring ourselves up, again to our hands on either side of our right foot. We're actually going to straighten our right knee as much as we can, and we're going to attempt to connect our nose with our knee here to get a deep stretch in that right leg. And slowly bending that knee once more and coming up on those left back toes. Bringing those arms up, maybe doing a little back bend. And once again, connecting those hands to the mat and stepping back into that downward dog. calves might be feeling a lot of energy right now, so we can bicycle our feet, make them feel a little better. Alrighty, and we're going to lift that left leg, bending the knee behind. And swinging it forward. Coming up into that prayer. Strong in our core, strong in our legs. And we're going to twist once more, connecting the right elbow with the left knee. And coming back to center. And bringing those hands down to the mat. Dropping that right knee for a low lunge. And bringing those hands on the right side of our bodies this time. And if we can, we're dropping those elbows down. And taking our time, using our hands to bring our bodies up. And once more, straightening that left knee. And bringing the nose to the knee if we can. And bend that knee once more. Bringing our arms up into that slight back bend if it feels good. And once more, bringing those hands to the mat and making our left foot, making its way back to downward dog. And just go ahead and walk those feet forward into a nice forward fold. And bring those arms forward and up. Looking up a little. Feeling the energy moving through our arms. Bring those hands to prayer. Down to heart center. And shake those legs out a little bit. Do one of my favorite arm stretches. Just raise your arms up, grabbing the left wrist with your right hand, just with a couple fingers, whatever's comfortable. With your thumb kind of in the front of your hand. And we're going to go ahead and just stretch that left arm over, pulling it as much as comfortable. Feeling those shoulders opening up. And release. Moving to the other side, grabbing that right wrist with the left hand and stretching it over. And release those arms and shake them out. We're going to go ahead and move into Sun Salutation B next. So move your body around accordingly to how comfortable. Please go at your own pace with Sun Salutations, always. When you're ready, we're all going to meet at the front of our mats with our big toes together, with our palms facing forward, our shoulders relaxed and back, crowns reaching towards the sky. Alrighty, we're going to inhale, sweeping the arms, sitting back into a chair, arms parallel. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, flatten your back for half fold. Exhale, completely fold. And step those feet back into a plank position. Lower down a little bit, then flip those feet over. Inhale, come up to upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. We're going to swing our right foot forward into a lunge, bringing those arms up. Inhale, and exhale, bring it down to plank. Again, inhale, upward dog, trying to keep those thighs off the ground. And exhale, downward dog. Now swing that left foot forward into that lunge. Inhale, coming up with the arms parallel. And exhale down to plank. And once more, coming down, flipping those feet. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. And we're going to just step our feet forward or jump our feet forward into a forward fold. Bringing those big toes together. Sweeping those hands, inhaling to the chair. Connect those hands and straighten out, bringing that prayer to heart center. Breathing and bring those hands down. Shaking it out if we need to. Okay, for this next one, this is a balance pose, so I'm going to give you all a few options. You're going to bring your right toes over that other leg to the other side and just gain your balance here. Grounding that left foot. Or you can just go ahead and wrap that leg around, bringing it off the floor. And bring those arms up. The left one is going to be on top. The right one is going to be under. We're going to thread that right arm under and connect the palms. Again, the left arm is on top, right arm under. Just put it under, bring it around, connecting the palms. Bending that left knee a little. And let's swing that right leg behind us, bending the left knee. The right foot is parallel with the short side of the mat, bringing those arms up to airplane, seeing your toes poke over that left knee, looking over those left fingertips and reaching. We're engaged in our cores and in our legs. And bring that left forearm down to that left knee. And stretch that right arm over, reaching in those fingertips. And bring that left hand down to the side of your foot if you can. Continuing that reach. And slowly making our way back up to Warrior Two. Always breathing. And drop that right hand behind us, connecting with that right leg and stretching that left arm over. Looking up if we can. Still bending that left knee and also making sure we're not pinching our lower backs. And straightening out to Warrior Two. And swinging that right leg forward to meet at the front. Shaking it out. Alrighty, and for the other leg, you're bringing those left toes to that right side. Grounding ourselves in that right foot. And just bringing that over, bringing those toes off the floor, bending the right knee. And this time our right arm is going to be on top, threading the left one under and around to connect the palms. And once more. Right on top, left under, through, and connecting. And if at any point you need to bring those toes back to the ground, please do so. And swing that left leg behind us into that warrior two. Bending that right knee, reaching in our fingertips, looking over the right fingertips. Engaged in our cores and our legs. And once more, bringing that right forearm down to the right knee, stretching that left arm over, and looking up if we can. And again, bringing that right hand down to the inside of our right foot if you can. Making our way back up to warrior two. Bringing that left arm to connect with that left leg and stretching that right arm over. And straighten out to warrior two. Swing that left leg forward to meet at the front. Alrighty. Maybe move your ankles around a little bit. Do some nice stretches that feel good to your legs. We're doing a lot of leg stuff. Alrighty. Starting at the front of our mat. We're going to step our right foot back about half a leg's length with those right toes pointing forward, left knee bent, bringing those arms forward and up, squaring those hips, strong in our warrior one. And we're going to slowly begin to shift the balance to our left leg. And if you just get your toes right off the ground like this, that's fine. But we can also completely straighten out into a warrior three. If you fall over, that's okay. Just get right back up. Because any progress is progress. And slowly coming back down to that warrior one. And swing that right leg forward, back to the front of our mats. And once more, stepping that left leg back about half a leg's length, bending the right knee, squaring the hips, bringing those arms up to be parallel, strong in our cores and legs. And again, slowly beginning to shift that weight to our right leg, bringing those toes off the ground. And if it feels good, we're straightening out the warrior three. Coming back down to warrior one. And swing that leg up to meet at the front, shaking it out. We're going to move into our last forward fold. Just hinging at the hips and forward folding, allowing our head to drop. Maybe noticing that we're deeper into our forward fold than we were in the beginning. And we're going to step back into a comfortable downward dog. Again, shortening our stance if it's more comfortable for our shoulders. And drop those knees to your mat. And you can have them apart or together, but we're just going to sit back and do a nice child's pose. Connecting our third eye with the mat, reaching the arms forward, getting a nice stretch in that lower back. And when you're ready, we're just going to get up on those knees and make our way to sitting on our butts with our legs extended forward. And we're going to go ahead and move into a back bend pose. It's going to be reverse plank. And if you have some serious issues with your back or your shoulders, this might not be for you. Only do what's comfortable. You can go ahead and forward fold here, maybe do some nice stretches. We did a lot today, so you can definitely do that for yourself. But I wanted to give a back bend for y'all. So with our hands just right next to our butts, with the fingertips facing forward towards our feet, we're going to be basically pushing through our feet to come up to this plank and using our cores a lot here. If you can only do it for a couple seconds, just do that, that's fine. Anyways, we're going to push in those feet using our core. Grounded in those hands. Allowing your head to fall back. And slowly bringing our butts down. You can go ahead and forward fold here if it feels good to you. Now we're going to make our way to our backs. Just laying flat on our mats. Maybe moving those shoulders around a little bit because we just put a lot of pressure on our arms and our hands. And if you just want to lay in Shavasana right now, you can go ahead and do that. Again, do a few stretches that might feel comfortable to you, because there's certain areas of your body that could get a little tight. We want to make sure we're comfortable for Shavasana. But I'm also going to move into a little plow pose for our last pose. Feel free to join me, but do not feel pressured to. So we're basically going to bring these legs up, kind of just straighten those knees out as much as we can. We're going to be using our hands to push ourselves on the ground. We're going to be using our core to bring ourselves up. And you can go ahead and grab your lower back if that helps you. And just straighten those legs out. And if this is just where you are today, that's perfectly fine. And if you're just practicing balancing this way, again, that is fine. You can also straighten those legs and bring them behind you, connecting the feet with the floor. Try to bring those arms down to be flat on the mat. And bring it back up. And slowly allowing your butt to fall back onto your mat. Maybe moving your back around a little bit. Maybe you want to tuck your knees into your chest and rock back and forth a little bit. Stretch that lower back out. And when you're ready, just straighten those legs out. Maybe you want to bring your arms above your head. Maybe connect the forearms just to open that chest up. Helps us with our breathing. Maybe roll those ankles a little bit. And just because we're finished with the postures, don't leave just yet. This is just as important as all the postures and the breathing and the mindfulness. It's very important to allow your mind and body to be at peace and relax after your physical postures. Just feeling the energy flowing through your bodies. Being thankful that your body allowed you to do this practice today. Being proud of yourself, because you always make progress in your practice, and you should be proud of that, no matter how small the progress is. And noticing those small bits of progress. Noticing those small bits of progress helps us to be mindful all day, regardless of if we're in yoga or not. And it's very important to be mindful of our bodies and our minds at all times if we can. As always, I invite you to lay in Shavasana for as long as you can. Just using these moments to just meditate and really relax. Because you need it. Your mind needs it, your body needs it. Anyway, I would just like to say that all of your support means the absolute world to me. It is simply my pleasure to share this with you, to share this love and peace and mindfulness with you. I appreciate you all so much, even if you just shoot me a like, even if you just share my video because you don't really do yoga. It really genuinely means the world to me, and I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been my pleasure, and as always, namaste.